All right, everybody. This is Carson's Toolbox Kiln. We had it up at AGI and they deemed it the Carson pepper kiln. I just want to give a brief walk around. The kiln has a full-length door. Opens nice and wide. It's got standoff feet. Separate controller box. All of the metalwork was professionally done by a machine shop near me. This box still functions, and it opens all the way up so you could fit a nice long piece inside here. We've got a fully encased, quartz encased element, which means that for all you beaters out there, it would be impossible for you to short out this kiln element while using a steel mandrel. Also, it's a safety feature, so if God forbid there was something to happen and the element was to break, the electronic components are contained. This kiln has a 30-step programmable ramp soak controller. Some of the other features, I put an 8-foot power cord on there, 16 gauge 8-foot power cord, full length door, 20 gauge canthal element, which is, it goes about 15 ohms. It only draws 7.5 amps, so you can plug this kiln into any common household 110, 120 outlet. Let's see. The box itself is powder coated. I've got my prototype over here, and I've been running this box for about the last year and a half, and it's dusty, but there is no discoloration on that. All of the actual aftermarket metal stuff is all galvanized steel. It's a nice heavy 18 gauge galvanized. We've got a full length piano hinge for the door. Also, what differentiates this kiln from some of the others on the market is that for the insulation batt, I actually use rigidizer on all of the surfaces. I know some of the other smaller kilns that utilize this batt do not use rigidizer at all. The rigidizer is a suspended silica solution, which makes the batt much more stable and lasts a lot longer. It's just an extra step, and it's an extra expense, so I think these bigger kiln companies just decide to skip that. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn it on. The other beautiful thing about these smaller kilns is that it will ramp up in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. And we're talking about a regular household outlet. That kiln's element, it's running at roughly like 7.5 amps, so about 800 to 900 watts on the element. Go ahead and make sure that this is turned on, and as you can see, it'll start ramping up. Ramping. There it goes. Its little brain said, "Oh, what am I? Okay, you want me to be at 1102 degrees? All right, I'll do it." And as it continues to ramp, that I'll pop the box open so everybody can see the element. Feel free to skip this stuff. I don't have video editing software. I'm a glass blower. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I love these kilns. I decided to make them. And this is the last one that's currently available from this run. It is, the design has been refined. The kinks have been worked out in the element itself. I wrapped my own elements. I made the mistake of using a little bit smaller gauge wire on the first couple, and it just couldn't hold up to the heat. So I used a little bit larger gauge this time. Everything is within the spec of what it should be. The element should last you know, for many years. It's a Canthal wire element, and that's some pretty strong stuff. So if you had any questions or concerns about that, you know, I'd be happy to answer those. Also offering a 6 months warranty on this particular product. So if the element was to go bad or something like that within the 6 months, I'd be happy to replace it for free. Should be toasting good, so we can pop it open and just take a little look at the element. Ooh, nice and glowy. Anyways, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is my toolbox kiln. It's for sale. Holler at me.